Both of them are married. Both of them are in high-profile, controversial relationships. Swizz is married to Alicia Keys. Y'all keep saying Alicia Keys stole that man. You can't steal nothing, okay? That don't belong to you. I just want to put that out there, okay? Carmelo has been embarrassing Lala before her body and after her body, okay?
Just like Swizz is a real Diddy do-wah-bah. Like, I'm not understanding.
They had a whole interview all together, the wife or Alicia, the ex.
Just like Sherry Zambino.
Furthermore, she is not hiding her delight. Supporters assert that she has been posting cryptic phrases, leaving dubious light.
Now, that open letter to Alicia Keys on Twitter, let's all face it, that was very immature and very unprofessional. But she felt that that was a way that she can reach Alicia Keys and get it off her chest, and so she can close that chapter in her life that she does not.
The entertainment world is witnessing one of the most spectacular displays of cosmic justice unfolding before our eyes. And honestly, it's the kind of drama that makes you believe the universe really does keep score. We're diving into a story where past betrayals are coming back to haunt the guilty, where the woman who was once painted as the villain is now watching her accusers face the exact same humiliation she endured years ago.
First of all, I was not in your mess, Alicia Keys, but I do love you. You my girl, and Swizz Beatz, I really never cared for you because you cheated on your first wife to get Alicia Keys.
This isn't just celebrity gossip, this is a masterclass in how karma operates when you least expect it, and the players in this twisted game are Swizz Beatz, Alicia Keys, and Mashonda, his first wife who tried to warn everyone about what kind of man they were dealing with. The bombshell that's currently destroying reputations and marriages centers around explosive allegations that Swizz Beatz has been secretly maintaining a romantic relationship with another woman for several years while married to Alicia Keys.
So you know what they say, what goes around, come around. Karma, we right in your face. Now this is what they say. I don't know. They say Swizz Beatz got the side chick pregnant. That's what they say. They say their divorce is final.
But here's where it gets absolutely insane. Sources are claiming this isn't just some brief affair or moment of weakness, but rather a full-blown secondary relationship complete with rumors of a pregnancy that could prove paternity and destroy the carefully constructed image this couple has spent over a decade building. Industry insiders suggest that while Swizz was publicly celebrating milestone anniversaries and posting loving tributes to his wife, he was...
But I like Alicia Keys, but Alicia Keys, now, you know that man was married before you married him. You already know he was married. You should know how this is gonna end. It's not gonna be cutesy. It's not gonna be marvelous. It's not gonna be none of that. It should be released because the way you got him, baby, is the way you lost.
Simultaneously financing and emotionally investing in a completely separate life with someone else. The woman at the center of these allegations isn't some random encounter either. She's reportedly been a consistent presence in his world for years, making this betrayal feel calculated rather than impulsive. What makes this situation absolutely devastating for Alicia Keys is the timing of when these rumors exploded into public consciousness. Just weeks before the internet started buzzing with pregnancy speculation, both Swizz and Alicia were flooding their social media accounts with romantic anniversary content that now looks like elaborate damage control rather than genuine celebration. Alicia shared intimate couple photos accompanied by captions about their magical journey together and how they were just getting started after 15 years of marriage. Swizz responded with equally passionate posts about gratitude, family, and their beautiful life together, even declaring that the rest of their lives was beginning that very day. The irony is so thick you could cut it with a knife, because if these allegations prove accurate, he was essentially lying to millions of followers while potentially preparing to welcome a child with another woman.
Both of them are married. Both of them are in high-profile, controversial relationships. Swizz is married to Alicia Keys. Y'all keep saying Alicia Keys stole that man. You can't steal nothing, okay? That don't belong to you. I just want to put that out there, okay? Carmelo has been embarrassing Lala before her body and after her body, okay?
Now here's where this story transforms from typical celebrity scandal into the most satisfying revenge narrative you'll ever witness. Mashonda, who was publicly humiliated and dismissed as a bitter ex-wife when she accused Alicia Keys of destroying her marriage back in 2009, is allegedly having the time of her life watching this drama unfold. Social media detectives have been analyzing her recent online activity like they're solving a murder case, and what their findings suggest she's not even trying to hide her satisfaction with how events are playing out. We're talking about strategically timed posts featuring cryptic messages about karma, suspicious likes on comments that directly reference the current scandal, and throwback photos from her marriage to Swizz that seem designed to remind everyone what she lost when Alicia entered the picture. The woman who was once painted as delusional and vindictive is now looking like a prophet who tried to warn everyone about the kind of man they were dealing with. To fully appreciate why this feels like such perfect cosmic justice, we need to revisit the nuclear explosion that was Mashonda's 2009 open letter to Alicia Keys. This wasn't some passive-aggressive social media post or subtle shade. This was a full-scale public declaration of war written by a woman who felt she had nothing left to lose. Mashonda didn't just accuse Alicia of stealing her husband. She painted a detailed picture of a calculated homewrecker who knew exactly what she was doing when she pursued a married man with children. The letter was raw, emotional, and brutally honest about the pain of watching your family disintegrate while the other woman gets celebrated as some kind of romantic heroine. At the time, most people sided with Alicia, viewing Mashonda as an unhinged ex who couldn't accept that her marriage was over and was unfairly targeting the wrong person instead of holding her cheating husband accountable. Current allegations become even more damning when you consider Swizz Beatz' documented history of infidelity rumors that stretch back decades. This isn't some shocking revelation that came out of nowhere. It's the latest chapter in a pattern of behavior that industry insiders have been whispering about for years. Even during his marriage to Mashonda, there were constant rumors about him being involved with multiple women simultaneously, and those whispers only grew louder after he began his relationship with Alicia. Music industry veterans like Jaguar Wright have spoken publicly about his alleged behavior, describing someone who treats relationships like a game where the rules don't apply to him. The fact that he already had 3 children from previous relationships before marrying Alicia shows that complex family dynamics and outside obligations aren't foreign concepts to him, which makes the current situation feel less like a mistake and more like a deliberate choice to continue living the same lifestyle that destroyed his first marriage. Perhaps the most painful aspect of this entire situation is how it exposes the 2016 blended family reconciliation as potentially fraudulent theater. When Alicia Keys released that song about co-parenting, healing, and creating something beautiful from broken pieces, it was supposed to represent the ultimate triumph of maturity over petty drama. The 3 adults involved did interviews together where they talked about hanging out as friends, celebrating holidays together, and putting their children's needs above their own egos. Mashonda appeared to have completely forgiven both of them, and they presented this inspiring example of how former enemies could become family through love and understanding. But if these current allegations are accurate, that entire narrative was built on lies, with Swizz potentially maintaining his pattern of deception even while publicly celebrating his growth and commitment to family values. The interviews where they discuss trust, communication, and building something positive together now feel like watching actors perform roles rather than authentic human beings sharing their truth. Alicia Keys' response to this crisis, or rather her complete lack of response, is telling a story all by itself. She's maintained absolute silence about the pregnancy rumors, the alleged affair, and the speculation about potential divorce proceedings. This approach is perfectly consistent with her carefully cultivated public persona as someone who rises above drama and focuses on positive energy rather than engaging with negativity. From a strategic standpoint, her silence makes sense because any statement she makes will only fuel more speculation and keep the story alive longer in news cycles. However, her refusal to address the situation is also allowing other people to control the narrative, and the longer she remains quiet, the more guilty she appears to observers who interpret silence as confirmation. Some fans admire her for maintaining dignity during a difficult time, while others view her lack of response as evidence that the allegations might be true and she's still processing how to handle the situation without making things worse. The financial and legal implications of this scandal extend far beyond hurt feelings and damaged reputations. Paternity tests confirm that Swizz fathered a child with another woman. We're looking at decades of child support obligations that will serve as a permanent reminder of this betrayal. Couple has accumulated significant wealth together through their individual careers and joint business ventures, including multiple properties and investments that would need to be divided if divorce proceedings begin. Legal experts suggest that if Alicia can prove Swizz used marital assets to support his alleged side relationship, she could be entitled to a larger share of their community property as compensation for financial infidelity. The timing couldn't be worse either, as both of their careers are still generating substantial income that would be subject to division, potentially costing Swizz millions in settlement payments and ongoing support obligations. What makes this story particularly fascinating is how it's forcing everyone to reevaluate their previous judgments about who was telling the truth 15 years ago. Mashonda was widely criticized for her public letter, with many people suggesting she should have handled her marital problems privately instead of airing dirty laundry for the world to see. She was painted as bitter, vindictive, and unable to accept responsibility for her failed marriage, while Alicia was portrayed as an innocent party who simply fell in love with someone who happened to be married. But if the current allegations prove accurate, Mashonda's letter starts looking less like the rantings of a scorned woman and more like a warning from someone who understood exactly what kind of person she was dealing with. The woman who was dismissed as delusional might have been the only one telling the truth about Swizz's character and his inability to remain faithful to any woman, regardless of how much he claims to love them. The social media aspect of this drama adds another layer of complexity that didn't exist during the original scandal. Mashonda's alleged cryptic posts and strategic likes are being analyzed like ancient hieroglyphics, with fans trying to decode every emoji and caption for hidden meaning. Her apparent satisfaction with the current situation is understandable given how she was treated during her own public humiliation, but it also raises questions about whether she's actively trying to make the situation worse for Alicia or simply enjoying the vindication of being proven right. The internet has become a battlefield where supporters of each woman are fighting proxy wars through comments, shares, and viral posts that keep the story trending and ensure maximum exposure for everyone involved. This entire situation represents a perfect case study in how reputation and public perception can shift dramatically when new information comes to light. Alicia Keys built her entire brand around authenticity, love, and positive energy, but if these allegations prove true, her image as someone who creates harmony from chaos will be permanently damaged. Swizz Beatz has always been seen as a successful producer who overcame his past mistakes to become a devoted family man, but the current scandal suggests he never actually changed his behavior, just got better at hiding it. Meanwhile, Mashonda is experiencing a complete rehabilitation of her public image, transforming from bitter ex-wife to truth-telling prophet who tried to warn everyone about what was coming. The ultimate irony of this situation is that it validates every single thing Mashonda said in her controversial 2009 letter. She accused Alicia of knowingly pursuing a married man, suggested that Swizz was incapable of remaining faithful, and predicted that their relationship would eventually face the same problems that destroyed her marriage. At the time, these accusations seemed like the desperate attempts of a woman who couldn't accept reality, but 15 years later, they're starting to look like accurate predictions from someone who understood the situation better than anyone else involved. Karma really does exist, then Mashonda is currently experiencing the most satisfying vindication imaginable, watching the woman who destroyed her family face the exact same betrayal while the man who caused all this pain continues his pattern of hurting the women who love him most.